ezinye izinto sike sizizwe uma sisenkonzweni, but I'm gonna make sense of some of izinto esizizwe enkonzweni so that you will be able to apply them in your daily life. Now, a mind of a baby is like a mind of a chicken. Now, look at the baby. When you tell a baby, I do not want you to go udlale lapaya because lapaya na uzosha. Now, the baby hears you, but the baby does not understand you. The only time when a baby is going to understand you, it is when a baby has actually went through la otenga ikona and yeah experience, then my experience even an understanding and on about what you are actually saying, then negipid econ. Now esontweni now esontweni kuvulwe ivesi kuthiwa laba abantu kuthiwa bangabafundi baJesu bake babuza ukuthi ubani oyobamkhulu embusweni wezulu. Then uJesu said, uma ningafana nezingane ezincane, oyobamkhulu kunabo bonke umuntu oyofana nalezi izingane ezincane. So there must be something about a baby. A baby is always willing to learn. Thatha ingane ena 2 years uyibambe and then bese uyahlima. Ingane will reflect lento yenza izokhala, but thatha ingane uyibeke phambi kwakho then bese uyasmile. Ingane izosmile. Hayi ngoba ikwazi ukusmile. The baby is learning from you. Expression yayo iveza because iyibona kuwena. So if you want to be the best at what you do, if you want to be the greatest person, nanoma ngabe yini osukuyenza, you need to adapt, or you need to change and have the mind of a baby, the mind that is always willing to try out something new, a mind that is always willing to try out something that is a challenge that seems challenging to you. So as I was saying, on the 40 minutes time frame, you have your textbook, and then you have your rough book where you are taking note ngalendlela le ofunda ngayo, because most of you manfunda vele nifunda ngaleyo ndlela. The only problem eyenza ukuthi ungazethembi, it is because you do not evaluate yourself. You haven't checked ukuthi lento oyifundile uyayazi. So instead of us moving to different types of study skills and study styles, let us start with basic and see are we improving from your naive. So now you only do it for 40 minutes from your original textbook to your rough book. Then when you are done, you close it for 40 minutes. That means now you are going to set isikhathi esizokhalithini 40 minutes time, then uvale iwash lakho malikhale alarm if iringa, then uvale yonke into oyifundile uyibeke eceleni, then bese ukhipha iphepha elisha. Now everything obuyifunda, I need you now ukuthi yonke lento kade uyifunda for 15 minutes, which is going to make at least 55 minutes kulo 60 minutes wokufunda wethu. For 15 minutes I need you ukuthi yonke into kade uyifunda oyikhumbulayo uyibhale phansi ngalendlela le oyifunde ngayo. If it was you defining a certain terms, ubeka term which what is anatomy, then keep a definition, yeah, then you are going to do that now. If it was a definition, and also when you are coming up with the name of that definition, you are going to do that. If it was a graph, then you are going to draw the graph and then if it was a certain calculation, you are going to test yourself. Calculation but where you have to see did you actually understand it? You do that for 15 minutes. Now on your last 5 minutes, you take back your textbook, you open the chapter and then uthathe graph yakho uyivule la okade ubhala khona, bese uthatha leli paper leli ngabe exam pad or whatsoever ulibeke lapha phambi kwakho. Now that is where you are actually checking ukuthi umqondo wakho uyibambe yonke into yini ngendlela ofunde ngayo. If ungayibambanga ngendlela ofunde ngayo, you will be able to check yourself and see ukuthi okay, la ngibhede la ngabheda la ngabheda la. In order for me to improve, I need ukuthi lento lengiyenze ngiyiphinde futhi the second time. Now guys, ngithe kunina mangiqala ngathi I think bengithinte indaba ye, let me go back kancane. I think bengithinte yes, let me go back kancane nje. Yes, I think bengithinte indaba ye innovative learning. If uzokhumbula when I was talking about innovative learning, I said you need to identify people whom you're going to share information with, and when you are sharing the very same information with 20, 15 or 20 people, bonke labo bantu, they get to hear you once, but when you get to hear yourself 10 times, 15 times, and even 20 times. So repetitive information lasts longer in your mind. Now, a tried out skill, a skill that has been tried out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you become the best at it. Let me ngiyifanise lento with someone who odlala ini nje, yini esiyithanda kakhulu, it's soccer. Esquadini mhlambe noma ngizothi kuyi-Pirates noma kuyi-Kaizer noma kuyi-Sundowns or kuyi-Baroka, whatsoever team edlalayo kwi-PSL, akekho umdlali odlalela lawa ama-team engenaso iskill esingcono kunesabanye abadlali. In order for you to be a better student, you need to know ukuthi iskill sakho osebenzisayo, this is the skill osebenzisayo that makes you become the best out of bonke abafundi. I've heard abafundi akade bengaphasi kahle, but they tried out ama-skills engibanikeze wona. Even I, as someone ofunda into ene-note, as I'm doing masters with commerce, I deal with a lot of e-notes rather than the calculation. But trying out the very same skill, I tried it out. At first, because you will feel as if lento ilkhona. Second time, third time, fourth, always 5, no 6. You will find out what every time when you are taking the information from your textbook to your rough book, then mawusukvalile usuyithatha uyikhipha ungasayibuki ndawo, you will find out ukuthi umqondo wakho uyibambe yonke exactly ngendlela owenza ngayo. Yini na, you've trained your brain. You've trained your brain to actually work ngendlela wena ofuna ngayo. You decide ukuthi umqondo wakho ufuna usebenze kanjani. Now, umqondo ke womuntu, if you look at my screen, umqondo womuntu ufana nalento engiyiphethe la. It's like a cell phone, or we'll say it like a computer. This is your hard drive. This is where you actually store up the information. But now I get to do not understand ukuthi what happens masekumele sifunde, because now I'm gonna make a typical example. Ntumekelelo, right now angwazi njengoba sesiyazana, but I'm making an example. Right now angwazi ngihlangana nawe eDavenport, or ngihlangana nawe eMusgrave. Then mangihlangana nawe eMusgrave, I do something that offends you, ngize ngikuphushe, mhlawumbe ngikuphushe uze uwe ucasuke. Now, when you leave Musgrave, going back to a campus, or la iresiak, information ye incident eyenzekile uyikhumbula as if iqeda kwenzeka manje, and you will never forget it, to a point that you can tell umuntu ngento eyenzekile an hour ago ongayithandanga. You can even tell umuntu ngento eyenzekile I will say a day ago, even after a month. If kukhona umuntu okukhumbuza into eyenzeka eMusgrave, uyichaza njengoba injalo. Why? It is because you've experienced it. Same thing with studying. You need to experience the skill. How do you experience the skill? You experience the skill by repeating the very same thing 10 times and even 20 times. Then it starts to become your friend. It starts to become yourself. Then it gives you what you are looking for. It gives you that confidence. So instead of studying for 60 minutes, 120 minutes, or I will say 180 minutes, studying for 3 hours, but ungazi-check ukuthi kuyo yonke lento engiyifundayo ngazi ini, it doesn't help you. You will always be frustrated because kwawena you haven't checked yourself ukuthi how much do I know from it? So you study for 40 minutes, but now you can try out to 50 minutes. Okusho ukuthi 60 minutes wakho uzo-edda isikhathi sakho sokustudy sibe 50 minutes, then esokuprocessa mhlambe sibe 20 minutes, i-evaluation mhlambe ibe 10 minutes. This is just an example of how you can actually become a better student at studying alone. Lesi skill lesisetshenziswa umuntu osuke estudishela yedwa. So guys, I will want you, as of today, you have an information omunye umuntu ongekho la ongenayo. Whenever you are studying, taking information yama-note from the original textbook to your rough book, do make time to evaluate, to process. Vale yonke into okade uyisebenzisa when you were studying, ukhiphe information. Yes, okuqala kuzokuhlola umqondo wakho uzokutshela ukuthi le ndawo uyazi awuyikhumbuli, uzofuna ukubuyela encwadini ucheckisise kuyona. It is okay when you are doing it, if wenza kanjalo. You are not cheating. But most uzokwenza nakusasa nokwesithathu nokwesifona nokwesi5, you are actually cheating. You won't develop, you won't grow, you won't even see umehluko. At first ungawenza, but second time and third time, or first and second ungawenza, third time I'm expecting you ukuthi ube realistic now to yourself, ube loyal to yourself, ube honest to yourself. A lot of us guys, we want to be honest and loyal and trustworthy to other people, whereas we can't be loyal to ourselves, we can't be trustworthy to ourselves. You can't even depend on yourself. You want someone to, you want to find someone whom you're going to depend to. You can't even depend to yourself. Why? Because you haven't taught yourself how to depend on you. So with this skill, it will actually teach you how to depend on yourself. I need you, I need you to try this out. And to make a I'm not sure Noma now we are but I will need you to go through this. Sasa, we will be looking at a skill esifaka kakhulu ama-calculations, because uNondumiso told me ukuthi njengoba first year babuye badile nento edila ne-physics, yabo. Mina I thought ukuthi uma ususe-medical school nje zikhale anatomy, yabo, because kusuke sekudilwa nomzimba womuntu. But now ngiyabona ukuthi kusanama-calculations abasawenzayo. Siyanda, I need kwi-life sciences yakho, on your life sciences, when you are doing it, I will want you to use this 60-minute learning style. Guys, evaluate yourself. Sir. Now, Mina, for me, it was very easy. Sir. Yeah.
Sir. Mina ngenza electronics. Yeah, sir.
Oh, we are calculator.
Ngenza electronics. Ngenza electronics DUT.
Was that DUT?
Yes.
Okay. Mina nje lokhu ngithi nje mina ngidila nomfundi ka-matric ngiyaxolisa kakhulu, please forgive me. Okay, I'm dealing with my students now. It's fine.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so which means kusasa guys will be looking at a study style that deals with the calculations, if mathematics or whatsoever. Today I wanted us to cover this one, so because kukhona umuntu obhalayo on on Tuesday. Now number 2, I said we will cover only 60-minute learning style, and also we go to skipped learning. Now skipped learning is very, very exciting. I think I have a book here, Engizo Ivula, and I will want us all to see book. For now, we check unencwadi la Eckhart Tolle, because ngumuntu othanda ukufunda, but these days Nondumiso ngiyavila ukufunda. But there is a book la Eckhart Tolle that talks about the power of now. I'm trying to check it. Eckhart Tolle. Ngizoyivula nje manje sazama ukuyichecka. I think I don't know ngiyibeke kuphi. All right, no, it's fine. Let me not open the book. Let me just let me just go through ukubhala kwami. I think ngibhala. Okay, now we're going to skipped learning. Skipped learning ntumekelelo ngizogcina ngilibambile. Ntumekelelo no yeah, ngizogcina ngilibambile igama lakho Ntumekelelo noSiyanda. Guys, I need to ask you a question. Ngicela ukuthi ni unmute because I need us to communicate. Nonke unmute. I need us to communicate. Nondumiso, we did communicate this. If I have a question and ngizodinga ukuthi ningiphendule nonke, masiqala ukuphendula ngicela ngoba according to ukuma kwethu Ntumekelelo uphezulu ukuze uNondumiso ugcina uSiyanda. So after this question ngidinga Ntumekelelo uqale wena uphendule. When you are done, you are gonna say I'm done. Then uNondumiso uzophendula. When she's done, please do say I'm done. Bese kuphendula uSiyanda. Mawusuqedile Siyanda, you're gonna say I'm done. Then mina bese ngiyangena. Now my question is, if you happen to find a diamond, you happen to find a diamond, and a diamond oltholayo is this size of this phone. This is a Samsung phone, the size of a phone. Likhulu lingaka. Njoba ngibambe nje isandla nje kusho ukuthi mawuliphethe liyabonakala ukuthi diamond olitholile. And you know ukuthi kunendawo la okuvaluisha khona ama-diamond mawulitholile uhamba ulivaluisha ulise khona ulidayise bakunikeza imali, and ama-diamond akhona aqala ku 1.5 million. So petty diamond that can actually give you at least 20 million. Uhambe uye ekhaya, you are hyped out, uthukile, but at the same time you are excited. Lelo diamond lelo uzomtshela yini uma wakho noma uzomtshela yini ubhuti wakho ukuthi uthole ngediamond, knowing exactly ukuthi liyinyama endaweni, and indlela eliyinyama ngakhona mangathiwa kuyatholakala ukuthi uphethe idiamond futhi ungaliphucwa likulahlekele, uzomtshela yini umuntu? Ukhona umuntu ozomtshela ngokuthi uthola idiamond, or else uzohamba kuqala uyolidayisa uthola imali, uzokwenza njani? Ntumekelelo.
Well, it would depend ukuthi ndiphi. Right now, since I'm here, I will just go on and check ukuthi diamond worth amalini, and if I can get that amount of money or anything. But if I'm at home, then definitely the first place in Nayaguyo is home.
Okay.
The reporter before I'm done.
Okay, done. Nondumiso.
I'm alone. Ngiqale ngidayise ngibona imali, emva kwalokho-ke hayi sengibatshela ukuthi abahambe olifuna kuphi abalifunayo.
All right, thank you very much. Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Siyanda.
Yeah, ngizothanda ukuvumelana noNdumiso. Ngaqala ngidayise kuqala before ngiye ekhaya, because if ngiye ekhaya kuqala ngiyotshela abantu like uma nobhuti wami bazo-react ngenye indlela engangokuba abanye abantu abasemaceleni bekwazi ukubona ukuthi khonto eyenzakalayo lapha ekhaya, then bese beyakwazi ukuthi bengiphuce. So into engisho ukuthi ngaqale ngiyonzani, ngiyolidayisa kuqala, because akekho umuntu owaziyo, imina ngedwa engaziyo. I'm done.
All right. Unmute ke lapho. Now, ngiyayithanda ke lento eniyikhuluma. Listen guys. You guys have paid for this. If you share what we discuss here with anyone who is not here, ngeke azawubona umehluko phakathi kwakho naye, because that person knows what you know, and when you paid for it, yena did not pay for it. So you are actually carrying a diamond in your hand, but if you take that diamond and share it with someone, if value yalo izokwehla kuwe, then umuntu olithathile lelo diamond kuwena will never respect you. Uzokubona nje, uzobona nje niyafana. So what's the use? Because nothing they want. So what I'm trying to say, the notion I'm trying to give you, the idea behind this, or the lesson behind this. Please, you've paid for this. You took your time and thought to put Yazin, I think I need to be part of this program because I want to do better with my studies arm. So do not share the information as you keep a la ngisho kuthiwa ngoba ngikhuluma nabantu abakhulile angikhulumi nezingane nondumisa ungixolele kodwa nje ngizosane sengikhuluma ngoba khona izinsizwa la ngisho kuthiwa usisi mfethu useklasi empedeni wakutshela ukuthi uzokushayisa aba. Please, you don't share the information. You understand? Tumakalele.
Yes.
Sianda?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Now let us go to script learning. Guys, I want you to look at what I'm doing now. How do you please write it down. So on and so on, so on, so on, so on. Okay. Now, remember, okay, thank you. Now, remember I said to you, the first we looked at it's a 60-minute learning style, of which this is the basic of all. This is the basic way of studying. We all study this way, but we need to be effective when we are studying this way. Now, on a skipped learning, one will say, nama chapter 10 only was study and in Tinguabamba onke. This is how we do escape learning. You go through chapter 1. When you are done with chapter 1, you go to chapter 2. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. There's something I need to do. Then 3 la. And 2 la. 4 la. 3 la. Yes. This, yeah, so it's a right here. It's a right. Then this is chapter. Okay. It seems a little bit confusing, but it is quite effective if you need to know each chapter ifunda. Now, I'm gonna make an example. I'm gonna make an example of studying ngendlela esistudisha ngayo, and which is why we are always confused. We know nothing. We've read so many chapters, we've gone through a lot of information, but we only know 10%. In a corner for low 10% are so temp about it happens. Now we need to change in the lesson. If we are going to write something that requires us to go through at least 10 or 9 or 10 chapters at once. We are given only 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, or in 3 weeks' time, you need to go and study from chapter 1 up to chapter 15, or up to chapter, I'm gonna exaggerate, from chapter 1 up to chapter 10. I'll say it like that. Now, this is how you study if you want to find yourself or understand the onkama chapter, and this is the simplest one. And this one, it goes hand in hand with this one. Goes hand in hand with 60 minutes learning style. But skip learning, skip learning. I'm sorry, skip learning style. Sorry. It goes hand in hand. Skip learning style goes hand in hand with systematic learning style. How do you study in a way that's going to help you? Anything obuyifunda. I see you are confused and confused. I was over right. Now, guys, I need you to go and try out these two chapters for a week or two. Then we're going to do evaluation on them. Now, you go through chapter 1. When you are done with chapter 1, you go to chapter 2. When you are done with chapter 2, you go back to chapter 1. Okay. It seems as if but no, you are not going back. When you are done with chapter 2, go back to chapter 1. Chapter 1, now mausufunda, you will be revising chapter 1. When you are done with chapter 1, go to chapter 3, chapter 2. Chapter 3, go back to chapter 2. So you are actually doing what we are calling skipped learning. Uyaqala uye phambili uhlehle ubuyele emuva. Uqala uye phambili uhlehle ubuyele emuva. Now umqondo ke womuntu umqondo womuntu it's a very funny asset umuntu can ever find. Njoba ngikhuluma kanje, I'm sure uSiyanda is like, hey, yabona ekhulunywa umnguni ngiyayizwa yona kodwa it seems ngathi likhuni yabo. Now akangenze nje i-example, example Siyanda kusasa ngidinga ukubona. If ukuthi angikuboni, dlula la idrobheni kumina ngikunike laptop. Dinga ukubona. Now akangenze example. Ntumekelelo Nondumiso nawe Siyanda. Usuka la eThekwini uyahamba uye ekhaya. Now endleleni useteksini uhlangane ne convoy and phambili kushayisane itekisi netruck itekisi yangena ngaphansi kwetruck yashaya ngqo. Now lento le yenzeka nje just before udlula i-toll gate leyo kuqala masibheke eGoli udlula i-toll gate. Now uhambeke ake sithi uyahamba uyeGoli, mawusuka Montrose usuyikhohliwe yonke accident oyibonile emumva, usuyinakele ezinye izinto, uhamba uzofika ekhaya. Mawufika ekhaya uyihlalele nabantu nijabule kube mnandi kube njani, bese ngale nkathi uhleli enjoying impilo nobhuti bakho nosisi bakho, everyone at home is excited. Ingqondo yakho reminds you ukuthi uyazi njalo ukuthi ngibone accident lapha yana. La accident akaze ngibone accident efana naleyana and ikuphethe kabi to a point ukuthi ucabangana nemndeni manje implicated kulabo abantu laba abalahlekile. But at the same time ukhuluma noma wakho niyajabula kumnandi, but umqondo wakho njengamanje udlala ifilimu yento oyibonile. Have you ever wondered ukuthi why umqondo so kwenze njani umqondo mawenza njalo? Noma ngabe ukhuluma nomuntu niyayixoxela niyayihlekela kumnandi, but your mind udlale into mhlambe eyenzeke a day before noma 2 days ago, noma umqondo ukukhumbuza ukuthi yazi njalo last week yazi ngabona into ethile, even if leyo nto leyo is not relevant to what you are actually discussing njengamanje, but umqondo still playing into edlala ngemuva. Umqondo usuke uhlale kwi-phase le esiyibiza ngokuthi it's a skipped phase. Umqondo uyakwazi ukustorisha information udlule uyothatha any information, but at the same time ukwazi ukudlalela information okade uyiphethe. So in order for you to study well, ama-chapter ungawastudishi ngokuthi ushawa u-1 uqeda u-1 uye ku-2, mawuqeda u-2 uya ku-3, mawuqeda ku-3 uya ku-4, because mawufika ku-4 uzobe ukhohliwe chapter 1. By the time ufika ku-chapter 6 u-chapter 2 uzobe ungawazi. So in order for you umqondo wakho ukwazi ukubamba, you need to remind umqondo wakho every time when you are studying. You are done with chapter 1, you go to chapter 2. When you are done with chapter 2, you do not go to 3, you go back to 1 Mawuqeda ngo-1, then you go 2, 3. Uqeda ngo-3, you go back to u2. When you are done with u2, you go to ulokhuzana chapter 3. You play along those lines. Kunama cells asemzimbeni womuntu that are activated. Akwazi ukustorisha information. You will find out ukuthi a human state of mind becomes a human state of mind can build or can even kill you. So in order for you to be in a good state when you are studying, you need to play along with your mindset. You need to play along with your body cells. So umqondo awufuni ukuthi umqondo uwenzise into eyodwa every time. Sometimes umqondo ufuna ukuthi uma usebenzisa uye phambili uphinde ubuyele emuva, uye phambili uphinde ubuyele emuva, uye phambili uphinde ubuyele emuva. So we skip learning. It seems that uma sichaza noma mhlambe uma siyenza izwakala as if iwumdlalo, izwakala as if ebuyisele emuva, I'm not moving forward. Kanti we skip learning when you are done with when you are done with ilokhuzana ama-note akho or incwadi yakho or ama-chapter akho, you'll be surprised ukuthi you actually know 50% of everything obukade uyistudisha, or even 60% if you keep on doing that ekufundeni kwakho, umqondo gets to it. And Tumekelelo, it seems as if ufuna ukukhuluma. Vula lapha ne-mic yakho. You want to say something?
No, I'm fine now.
Okay. All right, thank you. So we skip learning. Don't go through chapter, get order, formal. Be informal. This is you. You are in control of your study. Agekho umuntu othe mawustudisha go through chapter 1 uzofika chapter 10 because uzoyikhohlwa yonke into kade uyifunda, because uchapter 2 awufani no1, u3 awufani no2, u2 u4 awufani no3. Yes, somewhere somehow abuye a reference kwamanye, kodwa in order for you ukuthi ukwazi ukuyibamba yonke into, you need to study in a way that esiyibiza ngokuthi it's a skipped learning. Now these types of styles are not for a group development, are only for a person othi mina njengamanje I want to have my me time. Now khumbula ukuthi we skip learning. Skip learning sihambisana with a 60-minute learning study style. Each and every chapter usuke uyifunda ngendlela ka-60-minute learning study style. Kuphela ukuthi weqe chapter ubuyele emuva, weqe chapter ubuyele emuva, weqe chapter ubuyele emuva. When you are using these styles, mhlawumbe kusasa kuzomele ngizame nganoma it's still too early ukuveza ama-result ami, kodwa ke sizohamba sambe sifike to a point la esizowakhipha khona ama-result so that you will understand, because ama-study styles engiwakhiphayo kunina are the very same study styles. Mina when I started using these styles, I never had a problem. Yokukhumbula, I never had a problem. Yokufeyila, I never had a problem. Yokupasa nje less than 85%. I ngoba ngibetter. Esikoleni ke ngangasona isiqenge, but I was working very hard. Even today, I'm still working very hard. So on skip learning, it is simple. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 1, chapter 3, chapter 2, chapter 4, chapter 3, chapter 5. So you do it like that. Ngizowasenda ama nondomiso khona osiphazamisayo, khona osiphazamisayo nondomiso yasiphazamisa. Cela umtshela ukuthi akamncane osiphazamisa sesiyaqeda.
Usehambile.
Yeah, okay. Ngizowasenda ama-note. Ngicela ukuthi wonke umuntu angibhalele i-email address yakhe laphayana, then ngizokwazi ukuthi ngisende amalokhuzana ama-note, because la bengenza nje roughly in order for us ukuthi sibone, but I'm gonna send ama-note for you ukuthi nikwazi ukuyikhumbuza. For now guys, ngicela ukuthi ngime la. If there are any questions or if there are any comments, ngiyacela ukuthi siqale ngoNtumekelelo. Then mayiqedile you're gonna say you done, kuye kunondumiso. Mayiqedile we done, then kuye kuSiyanda. This is the end of our first session.
Masqale nje sithi thank you so much for the session. Everything so far has been clear. Ngiyayazi ngokunto efuna engiyoyenza from here. What I just want to ask is ukuthi laphana kwi 60-minute.
Yes.
Zoqala nibuze this question and then nibuze wena ke according to your experience having used yona since forever.
Okay.
does it matter how fast you are going, like in terms of being effective, how fast you are going? Like I wanna a city, you have 8 lectures in a day, and then you have those 8 hours that are allocated for school.
Yes.
Also 7 are these stars on your own. Does it matter how fast you're going in relation to how effective you're going to be? And according to your experience, which one is better? Going slow, maybe taking 15 pages of slides an hour and then going over that, or you're going through many more? How has it been like in terms of being effective?
Oh, okay.
In relation to how fast you are going.
Now, in relation of hours as a lecture room and how fast you can go, I think I'm a slides of 15. Those are that is the normal. That is the normal time you can actually take. It doesn't matter what matters is how dedicated are you because each and every time it actually tells you how much now do you know, and you get to understand how are you going to improve in order for you to be effective ekufundeni kwakho. Kukuwena ukuthi uthi njengamanje ngiyakwazi ukwazi phone in and out ngihlanganise neclass, but now it seems as if njengamanje sengifuna ukuthi ngazi ifone ngihlanganise neclass mangifunda with amalokhuzana ama-earphone. So you as a person, you grow kule study skill. But at first, yes, challenge. But the more you go through it, the more it opens room for you. You can even go 20 slides. So long as when you are doing it correctly, you are doing it the right way. I can go. I can go. At first, I started with 60 minutes. What we study, then best 30 minutes. What recap. Then after that, I will evaluate. But now I can take 2 hours. Because now I've grown. But you cannot just do 2 hours. You wanted to understand everything. It's gonna be very, very difficult for you because you've never done it before. Needs channel and say then your brain adapts and grows from it. It really doesn't matter how fast you are.
Right, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yes. Now, Ndumiso.
I come in under was make a little thing really in the effectiveness ukuthi ukusebenzisa study method sichaza skip the learning nalesi sika 60 minutes, is it going to be effective yini nokuthi does it matter ukuthi uzohamba faster or slowly or uzofunda nje at your own pace, at your own pace bekuloko.
Oh yes. No, thank you. I think in less than 20 minutes sizobe sephume out. Ngiyacela ukuthi sivele sisale sesiqhubeka kulekhuzana kwi-WhatsApp. Ngizokwenza i-video calling ngifake khona nonke. Ngicela siqhubeke ku-WhatsApp because vele we are all using what is this? Wi-Fi. For now, thank you very much. Siyanda ngicela ukuthi ngiqhubeke nawe ku-WhatsApp because izovele icishe usakhuluma. I'm being told la ukuthi sizonqamuka. For now, thank you very much. Ngicela ukuthi singene ku-WhatsApp kwi-video call ka-WhatsApp now. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks a lot.